Hey guys, what's going on? It's Skate, and today I'm bringing you a video playing some domination. We're playing on Fallen. I know I just did a video on Fallen, but I've had this one for quite a while. I didn't really know what to do with this gameplay. It's pretty old, but I've had quite a few subs lately asking me about how exactly to, just to some general tips and tricks. How to move around the maps, how to increase your kills, get longer kill streaks, things like that. So first things first, you see I'm using the Scar. I'm using sleight of hand, quick draw, and marksman. That's typical for pretty much all my classes. And just so you guys know, this is a pretty old video. It's well before I had my PBR, so as far as that's concerned, this is using theater mode. It's, you can tell it's the old quality. It's before theater got real good, so that's why you'll see a few glitchy things here and there where my character wiggles around. Just realize it's not me looking like that. So first thing, you notice that I don't run around that corner. I know that guy's coming. I saw him on the UAV, so instead of rushing around the corner, I stop and use the wall and let the wall sit in between the two of us. The opening route you guys saw I did, coming around this backside building. There are a lot of people that use that. I really like that opening route. I try to stay towards the outsides of the map as much as I possibly can, especially in domination when we have two flags. If we have two flags, I'm not worried about running around the map too much. I want to control an area. I want to get in between the two flags that we own, or close to one of the flags that we own. Hopefully B, whichever one they are pushing the most often, that's the one I want to be closer to. And I try to stay there and just hold down an area. You see, I'm not sitting in one spot. I'm not sitting perfectly still. I'm always moving here and there. I don't want to stay in one spot too long, because all it takes is, you kill one or two enemies, and now you got at least two people that know where you are. And chances are, if you've killed somebody once or twice, they're going to call you out. Now right here you'll see, we saw that guy in that window, but I didn't have a real good shot on him. He had better position than me, so I move on. And that's something that's, will be really, really beneficial to you guys while you're playing, is if you don't have a good shot at the guy, or the person you're shooting at has better cover than you, or a better sight line, something along those, if it's not a gunfight that you have more than a 50-50 chance of winning, and you have the opportunity to avoid it like I did there, go ahead and move on. I mean, you see that I get out of there. I don't get that kill, obviously, but at the same time, I'm not dead and starting over on kill streaks right now. I got a chopper in the air, so that's one big thing that is very hard to do. It's hard to pass up that fight when you know where somebody is, but sometimes you have to do it in order to stay alive, and right there, that was a pretty good example of that. So same thing, I'm still moving around. Now they have A, and the typical spawn when a team has A on this map is they're going to be spawning this back junkyard. And for those of you that don't know, which most of you probably do, standing on that railing gives you a really, really good sight line into junkyard. And they will continue to spawn there and spawn there and spawn there, and you can see both their exits from this railing. So it's a really good spot, and you'll see that I'll end up getting up there again just to watch what's going on now. Now we've taken A and they're going after B, so the spots will end up changing a little bit. But as of now, they're still actually spawning back junkyard. You can see on the UAV, and here I'm gonna hop back up, and I don't believe I end up getting any kills here, but typically this is a really, really good spot. Okay, so I do get one there, and you see I get a kill and I move on. Now there's a guy over here spawning trees. That's this little area that's typical for when a team has C spawn, but for some reason, I'm not sure if it's because they were attempting to take A and I had so many teammates over there, is why the spawn ended up flipping with them spawning in an area where I was already at. But typically a team won't spawn in trees unless they have C. So that's one thing to look out for. Now, same thing, you notice, I'm moving back and forth. I stay to the outside of the map. You don't want to be in the middle of the map too much. I mean, you can go in the middle for short bursts of time, but if you try to sit in that middle courtyard the whole game, you're gonna die. It probably as much as you get kills, because it's hard. There's so many directions guys can come from. Like I said in my last video, guys, I don't typically go that way. I don't like going into that middle area towards A. I like staying behind this wall as I work my way towards A. So that's another little quick thing for those of you guys that are, as you're playing on this map, is try this out. Try to stay on this side of this wall as you work towards A, as opposed to going around, and see how it works out for you. It's definitely a lot better than trying to go through that middle area, because so many people get stuck in that area and there's not a whole lot of cover that you can shoot from behind. You do have these little half walls, but you can't really see over them well enough to shoot and stay behind. So like right here, you see that I'm crouched, so pretty much my whole body, other than shoulders and stuff, are covered up. And you can't really do that behind those half walls. You have to move out from them in order to shoot at somebody. So they work well to avoid bullets, but at the same time you can't put bullets back on somebody. So right here you're gonna see that I don't follow my own advice, and it ends up costing me. For some reason I was so worried about losing A that I tried to rush over there and save it before they got it, and there was really no reason to. I mean, we got such a big lead. This game's all but over, and so I didn't need to at that point. So another little thing is, you see I have the FMG 9s as my secondary. I don't typically run that anymore. I did early on when I first got the game. I think that guy thought that I was killed by the pred. But luckily this little wall here saved me. So again, you see I hop over the wall to work my way over there. I don't just sprint right there. So now that they have A and C, we got a couple guys here at A. We're trying to take A back. That's actually the guy I'm in the party with, M Dizzy. So as we work our way towards the flag, that's one thing that'll also help you guys a lot. If there's another little piece of advice I can give, is you see neither one of us just blindly sprint toward the flag. We don't, we both take our time, we work our way there, and this is another good example of just taking your time. I see that guy on the radar, I lay down, and by laying down and waiting on him, it allows me to get the kill, because I'm the one playing defensively, so I have a better chance of getting the kill to begin with. Secondly, because I'm laying down, my shot spread is lower. So that also helps tremendously. If there's ever a time that you guys have the opportunity that you can lay down as opposed to standing up to shoot, your spread will be much smaller. So there's death number 2. I believe that's my last death for the game. I mean, the game is almost over, but same thing. Now you see that the game's almost over, and now I'm just kind of pushing towards this middle area. Just kind of toying around. This team is obviously not nearly as as good as we are. This time around, we have a couple guys in a party. They don't, there's just some random guys, so they're not going to have a whole lot of chance most of the time. So that's the end of the game, guys. It was pretty much a blowout from the beginning. I had a pretty decent kill streak going. I think I had 21 kills before I died. Obviously not all gun kills. I did have 2 or 3 choppers up. So you see I go 33-2. It's a pretty good game. So hope you guys enjoy, and talk to you soon. Have a good one.